How's it going, party people? I'm Joshua Aaron, and today I'm going to be playing a game that I've literally been playing ever since I picked up an NES controller. This is Super Spike V-Ball and the Nintendo World Cup reviewed. Now, this game, I gotta tell you, really awesome. Just almost everything about it is awesome. You're about to see why here. And I remember the first time I saw this, I was about, I want to say 2 years old. And it was the very first time I had ever picked up an NES controller. This is truly one of the best games ever made for the system, in my opinion, and you are totally about to see why. Let's get going here. So, when you turn the system on, you get this menu right here, and again, always gave me goosebumps every time I saw this. And use the up and down arrows to select the game, and when you select your game, you just hit the start button. I'm going to start with Super Spike V-Ball here. Oh, and that music, every time that crawls up. Right off the bat, you get this game mode menu to where you can decide if you want to do tournament singles if you're rocking solo, tournament doubles if you have a two-player, and this is also compatible with one of the accessories that came with the NES, which was the four-way split for the controllers, so you could decide if you just want to do regular two-player, or you could do 2 versus 1, or you could do 2 versus 2. It was totally up to you. Now, obviously, I'm going solo here, aside from the puppy dog behind me, so we're just going to do this solo. Next menu you get, you're going to see a game course menu. You get to decide if you want to do exercise, the American Circuit, or the World Cup. Now, I will tell you about the World Cup in this game. It's tough. I've only ever beaten it once, and that was literally it. That's how tough it is. The American Circuit, on the other hand, I've beat that one so many times. And I'm going to do American Circuit for right now. I'm going to give you both, of course, but I'm going to do American Circuit, so we're going to go right to that. And then right off the bat, you get the game menu. And you get to decide if you want to start the game, select your character, select the state you want to represent, and of course, configure your game. Now I'm going to start with the character select. I got quite a bit to say about this. Here we have George M. Murphy. Now, right off the bat, they already look like a pair of douchebags. And then we have Al and John, that look like they spent way too much time in the weight room before the game. Then we have Billy and Jimmy here, who look like Charlie Sheen, but with much longer hair at the time. And then, of course, you have Ed and Michael, who, I gotta be honest, they resemble early 80s Bill Cosby. So you get to pick your players. I used to choose Al and John, and then state select. Now, you get to choose, obviously, which state you want to represent. Since I originally broadcast out of Colorado, that's exactly which one I'm going to select. But I gotta be honest, what's with the dot on Colorado? It looks like that's placed more towards Oklahoma than it is Colorado. Or maybe that's supposed to be Uber Southeast Colorado? So I don't know what was going on in their minds. This was made by Technos Japan Corporation, so they think all the states are just kind of everywhere. I'm not kidding, I'll even show you. See, here we have Texas, which, okay, not too far off. It's southernmost Texas. Tennessee, okay, again, not too far off. South Dakota, wait, doesn't that look like more North Dakota to you? North Dakota, same story. Doesn't that look like Montana to you? So yeah, I don't know what was going through their mindset. But anyways, let's get to it. Now configure, you get to pretty much do just about anything. In two-player mode, 1 versus 1 that is, you get to select the stage that you want to do. In this version, you actually don't. You get to choose whether you want to do rally point rule or normal rule if you want to do that. You get to decide if you want music or not. Auto set, I like having auto set because I don't have to change players manually that way. And you get to select how many points you want the game to go up to. Now, a normal game of volleyball, as we all know, goes up to 15 points. You can shorten it or make it up to 20 points if you want to. Just for time's sake, though, I am going to shorten it down to 10, just to kind of save a little bit on time. And then when you're done there, you just hit exit, and then you go to game start. Right off the bat, you get this versus match screen, which the music, again, freaking awesome. And then we start the game. And look at these guys. Look, even in 8 bits, they still look like they spent way too much time in the weight room. So, yeah, I don't know what was going on. Use the A button to serve. And the B button to jump. Those super spikes are awesome. I love these damn things. To do that, you have to hit the B button repeatedly as you're jumping when you're about to spike. And then you hit that A button. And sometimes the opponent is just in time to get that ball. Sometimes they're not. It just kind of depends. Alright, here we go. Spike! Kaboom! Yeah! I gotta ask, what's with the little virus-looking thing? He looks like a virus from Dr. Mario. No joke! It looks like the virus from Dr. Mario. You know, now that I think about it, that might be the blue virus's cousin from Dr. Mario. I mean, there is a resemblance there. So it would make sense. Alright. When you're about a couple points away, you get to hear this sudden death music. And that's exactly what it's called. It's called sudden death. Plays every time you're about to win or lose the match. Kind of gets you on your toes a little bit. And there we go! Every time you win, your guys jump up and down with the celebration music playing in the background. And then, next match. It's against New York. Which, okay, looks closer to Manhattan than anything else, but yeah, it's New York. I don't know why I was going after that in the first place. I know it was going to be out. I don't even know why I bothered going after it. I should have just left it there. And no, they're not going to do that every time, just in case you're wondering. Or maybe they are, I don't know. Nah. Super Spike! Uh-oh. Ah, damn it! Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, sudden death! Okay, I really didn't see the point in that. Why did he bother sliding? It was already out. Why did he bother sliding for it? Here we go. And team wins again. Alright, third match, Chicago. Now this one gets interesting. Now basically, it's the same guys from the Daytona match, but with red spandex instead of blue. Now that right there I just did, I just blocked their shot. If you work that timing out perfectly, you could block that spike every single time. Is it just me? Or is that net an asshole? I think the net's an asshole. The scoreboard in this one again, And actually, I get it. The pizza on the scoreboard, the Chicago football, the helmet, obviously, the Bears. I am a Bears fan, by the way. But again, what's with the virus-looking thing? It looks like a distant relative of the medium-level virus again in Dr. Mario. The same story. Wonder if they just pulled viruses from the Dr. Mario game. I mean, it's a possibility. Let's see, both these games came out at about the same time. So, again, it's a possibility. Both are licensed by Nintendo. And in case you're wondering, no, I'm not making a virus joke, because this is high-class content. Alright, on to the next one. We have Las Vegas. Now this one, ooh, the graphics really come alive in this one. This is really awesome right here. Again, we're talking 2 years before Street Fighter 2. And they're still doing this kind of graphics. That's how awesome this game is. Kablooey! And that right there is how you win in Vegas. Next one. Alright, for the fifth and final one, we have Los Angeles. Wow. You know, it's funny, almost all, and I do mean almost all of it, because Vegas isn't exactly right. It looks more like it's towards Albuquerque or Gallup or somewhere. That I'm meaning New Mexico. But LA, on the other hand, spot on. Chicago was spot on. Daytona, not quite. New York, pretty much spot on for the most part. It looked like it was about halfway between Manhattan and New Jersey. So it's kind of spot on, but I don't know. You let me know what you think. Okay, I guess LA's got a thing for burgers. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. You got a burger sign on one side of the court. You got another burger stand on the other side of the court. Gotta admit, the heads are pretty funny, though. Every time you score or the opponent scores, the ref comes up and says point, and then all the heads just start moving simultaneously. And then they go back to watching the game. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to resemble an audience. That semi-makes sense. But, obviously nobody just stands perfectly still while they're watching the game. Nor do they just talk every time somebody says a point, or they just move. But, I get it. It's 8-bit. I'll let it slide. Oh yeah, and this sucker is over! Yep. That's the American circuit in Super Spike B-Ball. When you beat the game, you get this awesome roll credits sequence. Congratulations! You are a great B-Ball champion! And then of course it rolls the credits. Again, awesome game. Truly is. But I'm not done yet. I still gotta do the World Cup for you guys. Now, that one, like I said, tough. Like, it truly is a tough one. And down here at the bottom of the credits, it tells you Technos Japan Corporation. That's who it was made by. And the end. And then from here, you hit the start button, and then you go back to that game select screen. It's really awesome, by the way. Alright, this is the real deal right here. This is the World Cup. The World Cup in Hawaii. This is against Japan. Ooh yeah, this is about to get good. Okay, first I gotta point out the sailboat on the other side of the scoreboard. Seriously, why has it got a giant rudder on one side and then half a sail on the other? Or maybe that's supposed to be an equal and opposite facing sail? I don't know. The heads are a little different this time. All they do is just move back and forth. They don't really open their mouths or anything. They just move back and forth this time. I wasn't joking about it being much harder. But that ball was out, so there you go. I got saved there. That was lucky. I gotta admit, that little circular thing on the scoreboard there, pretty good representation of the world. But I gotta be honest, it almost reminds me of the MPAA logo that you see at the end of the movies. Kinda cool, actually. It's funny, first time I ever attempted this, I couldn't even get past this part right here. This was the toughest part, right? Was this stage. Like, I couldn't even get past it. But this time I'm doing pretty good. Oh, now y'all want to play, huh? Okay, I'll bring it. I'm not scared. Got him. Ah, I got him. Yes. And there's that pointless slide again. Alright, this time we're going against Italy. Which, I gotta be honest, it looked like the guys from the Los Angeles match. Alright. Serves up. Okay, so I have a pretty good idea of where this World Cup is supposed to take place. It's supposed to take place on Waikiki, because it's on the sign too. And it just so happens to be there's a few buildings behind it. Okay. Says a lot, actually. Uh-oh. Shit. I knew they were gonna try that crap. Oh, gotcha! Try again here. Yeah, there we go! Whew! That was lucky. Like I said, it gets tough through here. Even the Aussies in this next stage don't even play around. Yeah, that's who I'm playing against this time, is Australia. And here we go. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Oh, bummer. I've been kabloomed. So, when you lose, this is pretty much what you're gonna look like. It's gonna show you who won, of course. Your guy's gonna look all down and out, and then you get the game over screen. Now, I gotta be honest, after 20-some years of playing this, I look at that game over screen, and it still, to this day, pisses me off! And then you get the never give up, try again, or game end. Wait, game end? What happened to end game? Say game end? What happened there? Well, obviously I'm gonna try again. I'm not gonna let it win like that. I'm just gonna keep going. What the hell? So I actually pushed the A button, but it didn't do anything for a brief second. What the hell? Whew. Ugh. On to the next one. Here we have Mexico. And again, same background, same bad place. World Cup in Hawaii. Alright, let's do it. Okay, I'll take the out. I'm not gonna say no to that. Whew, okay. That wasn't nearly as bad as playing against the Australia team. Alright, here we go. World Cup in Hawaii versus Brazil. I gotta admit, this is where it gets tough right here. This is about where I typically get stuck now. And you're about to see why. This is where it gets interesting. Now the music changes up from the world circuit, or the American circuit. Now, we're getting into some original stuff. Just listen. Awesome. Alright, back to it. Here we go. Also, I noticed the guys are wearing their hats backwards. Just something I want to point out. Oh, can't say I didn't try there. I expected this one to be tough, but damn, that wasn't just tough. That was a grade A ass whooping. Like, what the shit? Yeah, no. You think I'm gonna let the computer win like that? No, just not happening. I'm gonna keep this going. Oh, you shithead! What a bunch of bullshit! Seriously! This is possible. Tough as balls, but it's possible. I need to think this over with water real quick. Give me just a second. Well, I mean, you've already seen a good portion of Super Spike V-Ball. It's kind of where I'm thinking. And like I aforementioned, it's pretty tough. I've only ever beaten it once. And the final match happened to be against the USSR. The one before that, which was going to be the next one, is against the US Navy. I actually had a lot to say about that one. But don't worry, I'll get stuff, of course. I mean, my brother's in the Navy, for crying out loud. Honestly, I gotta get to Nintendo World Cup, and I'm starting to run a little short on time. Yeah, I'll come back to this one another time. But on to Nintendo World Cup. Now, if you ever want to get out of this particular game, Super Spike V-Ball, all you gotta do is go to your console, hit the reset button, and it'll do exactly that. But this time, got an exception to that. So just resetting the game, go down to Nintendo World Cup, and here we go. Also made by Technos Japan Incorporated, licensed exclusively to Nintendo. And if you hit player 1 in the tournament one, you get the choice of if you want to enter a password, or if you skip a password, you go straight to choosing your team. Now, of course, I'm in the good old US of A, I'm gonna select USA. And we go against the first match, Cameroon! Alright, now I get to decide if we want to change our positions or no. This time, I'm actually think I'm just gonna leave them alone. This team is usually really good right in of itself. Then you get to select your plan here. You get to choose a defensive strategy. In this case, I'm going to use the tackle, because tackle's funny. Should the goal kicker join in? Nah, that guy needs to stay put. Offensive strategy. Pass the ball. I mean, we're talking soccer here. You gotta pass the ball. Should your teammates shoot? Duh. Alright, off we go to the game. I love that. I love the tackle in this game. Everybody's eyes get all googly-eyed. You get to decide if you want to upper tackle him, which actually knocks over your opponent. That worked. Every time you score, you get that little screen, and back to kicking off again. Each of these matches is about 2 periods long, and each period is about 4 minutes long. So it's a total of 8 minutes per match. And your job? Just like soccer. Well, actually it is soccer. You just score as many times as you can in that period of time. Rinse and repeat. Ah, damn it. You get a special shot every time you do a bicycle kick. And when that happens, it's just like that, actually. Pretty badass, don't you think? Unfortunately, the special shots only work so many times a match. Is an ambulance gonna get him off the field or something? Seriously, after they've been tackled so many times, they just lay there. That's karma. Ah, get out of the way! Damn it! Alright, it's now halftime. That's kind of cool, the little catchy music and then the little China doll underneath it. I thought that's pretty awesome. Okay, so during halftime, you get to come back, choose the plan that you want to use, or you can keep it all the same and do the other 4 minutes. I'm going to keep it all the same this time. It's working out so far. And everybody gets back up and we go back to the game. That's right, even if you tackle them, they get back up again. So with 38 seconds left in the period, and every time somebody gets tackled, they just lay down. I wonder if that's kind of their way of saying, you know what? Here, take it. You can have the victory. I don't want it. Just a thought. I mean, it's a good one. Alright, every time you win or lose a game, you get a password. And you always get to see all your teammates walking across. Yeah, Japan. By the way, in case you're wondering what that's actually called the super shot. I was using it once and then I called it super kick. But yeah, it's called super shot. And there's various ways to execute that. 2 of them, I know one of them is the bicycle kick. The other one, if you push A and B and you hold the forward button on the D-pad, it'll actually allow you to hop up a little bit and then shoot the ball with your head. And then the other method, I honestly call it random because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but you just move a little bit with the ball, you just dribble it, and then you hit the shoot button and it does a super shot. But sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But in any case, in any of the games, you're only allowed so many per match, and then after that, that's it, you just have the regular shot. Well, there you have it. That's pretty much Nintendo World Cup in a nutshell. That does have a versus mode. You might have seen it in the earlier screen. But yeah, again, that's Nintendo World Cup in a nutshell. It's rinse and repeat. I've never actually beaten that game again, so I don't really know how many matches there are to it. But yeah, it's a great fun game. It really is. I definitely recommend it for anybody who's trying to collect NES games. Actually get this particular cartridge right here, which is the Super Spike V-Ball and Nintendo World Cup all-in-one cartridge. Definitely a great fun game. That's really all the time I have. Thank you again for watching, and be sure to subscribe. And again, have a great day.